What's up, guys? It's Lord Botha here with another video, and the Harry Potter TV show coming to HBO is under fire again for a casting rumor. However, this one isn't going to be dismissed because of racism among fans, because the actor in question for the role isn't black. In fact, he's a straight white elderly man. This comes to us from Variety. Harry Potter HBO series eyes Jonathan Lithgow to play Dumbledore. The article states Jonathan Lithgow is in final talks to play Albus Dumbledore in HBO's upcoming adaptation of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books. Variety has confirmed Lithgow's contention for the role with sources, though HBO has commented, quote, "We appreciate that such high-profile series will draw a lot of rumor and speculation. As we make our way through pre-production, we will only confirm details as we finalize deals." So again, this is just a rumor that a deal might be finalized with Jonathan Lithgow. Now, some context for you guys who may be the 1 out of 10 that hasn't seen a Harry Potter movie or read the Harry Potter books. Jonathan Lithgow is in contention to play Dumbledore. Dumbledore is the headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry that Harry Potter attends. He's supposed to be very calm and very reassuring. He's supposed to be very wise and have a very strong, commanding presence on screen. A wise old sage, if you will. Probably why the late and great Michael Gambon got a lot of flack when he came at Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire like this.
Harry!
I protest!
Harry, you put your name in the Goblet of Fire.
No, sir.
You asked one of the oldest students to do it for you?
No, sir.
You're absolutely sure?
Yes, sir.
He did, however, adjust pretty well and ended up doing a really good job in the role, despite the fact that I enjoyed Richard Harris's version of the character more in the first 2 films. But it was a little hard for Richard Harris to play Dumbledore going further, seeing that he also died, which also puts an emphasis on age of the character. Now, Dumbledore in the books, in the actual series of Harry Potter, is supposed to be really old. Like, he was a full-grown man in the 1920s old. And the book series is supposed to take place in the 90s. So Dumbledore he's an old guy. With that said, there is a little bit of worry here because Jonathan Lithgow, if he plays this character, he's 79 years old. That means if HBO only takes a year between seasons to shoot, do post, and release them, Jonathan Lithgow will be 86 when this series ends, since they want to take a year to do 1 season per book. That's 7 seasons. And we all know how long it takes HBO to turn out a Game of Thrones series. How long do you think it's going to take them to turn out a Harry Potter show on top of that? With all the post effects and environments, it's going to be a major pain and take a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes them 10, 12 years to do the entire series. Do we really think that Jonathan Lithgow can play Dumbledore into his own 90s? By the way, this is also shelving the fact that Jonathan Lithgow isn't British, which that was always a stickling point for J.K. Rowling, that everybody in the show, everybody in the movie had to be a British actor. Sure, Jonathan Lithgow has that upper crust northeastern accent that sounds mildly British if you kind of tune your ear right, but he's definitely not British. So you're going to hire a really old, not British guy who might not see the end of the series through to play Dumbledore, and you're also talking about hiring a black guy to play a character who's described in the books as having sickly, sallow skin that's really pale and greasy long hair. What's next? Are we going to hire a dwarf to play Hagrid? Actually, I forgot that Peter Dinklage did play Eitri, the dwarf forge god, in Infinity War, and they made him a giant, but also a dwarf. So that one's on me. Honestly, if they got Peter Dinklage to play Hagrid and they did that stuff again, we know he can do a British accent. I wouldn't hate it, since we're just, hiring Americans now. Why don't we open up the field then? There's plenty of older American actors, I'm sure, that would love to work in Harry Potter. It's just every time I hear news about the casting of the show, it just seems all over the place. And I don't know at this point if it's going to be anywhere close to a good product. I know J.K. Rowling really wants it to be a hit, mostly because she wants to stick it to Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe. because they don't agree about politics and social, cultural issues and all that stuff. But again, the more I hear about this show, the more and more I'm worried about it. But those are just my thoughts on all it. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. We'll talk to you again later.